I've been paying special attention to the hottest contested Senate races across the country, including Texas and Ohio. Ohio's Senate race, as you know, I've talked about this before, is so similar to Missouri's. And joining me on the phone right now is one of the candidates for the Republican primary, the Senate, to challenge Claire McCaskill in the general, John Brunner. He's been on the show with us before, and he's been taking some heat in the press. I know Democrats have been trying to have some fun with him. John, good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining me this afternoon.
Well, it's good to be with you this afternoon, and you're right. We have another Marine running in Ohio and a Marine running here in Missouri, and we're both ready to charge the hill, Capitol Hill. But first of all, I'm grateful and pleased to have won your poll here a few days ago, and I tell you that the same numbers that you got are what's happened all across Missouri.
Yes, and I will say that with the way that we had the polling set up, and we did it in such a way, because I know campaigns are very well organized, and the Missouri Senate campaigns are very well organized, and we know that all the candidates, everyone will get on their email list, and which is good because that's what a good campaign does. But we announced it at the last minute, and it was a legitimate win, because we had some, you always have people email in, well, were the numbers accurate? And it was impossible actually to cheat with this poll because we kicked out. Nobody could vote twice. And so congratulations on that win. That was we just did that a couple weeks ago, the 97-1 poll. I wanted to ask you, one of the things that really hit Claire McCaskill hard was the story that came up when she hadn't paid taxes, her taxes on time, or she hadn't paid taxes on a plane that she had. And then I know that you came up into the news and made headlines because something similar had happened in your instance. And I know you've taken the story head on, but do you want to clear the air about the situation with your plane and the Politico article and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch articles that have come out about this story?
Well, everybody's making an issue on the plane. I'm making an issue on the jobs here. And this has never been an issue. I've never gone after Claire McCaskill on the plane, didn't intend to do so. And, they had a situation here. I think the Democratic Party really was trying to be sure that they're doing everything they can to protect Claire McCaskill. And there was an issue here after it sold the company that the company was 2 months late on paying taxes on that plane. And I think it was a $700 penalty or whatever it is. But, unlike Claire McCaskill, when the accounting department found the problem, they paid the bill and off we went. But, this is a problem with these career politicians. They're focusing on the little issues. They're majoring in the minors. And I've been across Missouri now dozens of times, and I tell you, folks are really concerned about the jobs, the economy, how we can get these things back working again. These college graduates, 53% unemployed and underemployed. This is where I'm bringing my Marine Corps experience and 33 years in manufacturing to get to Washington, get the job done, and get on home. 1 or 2 terms, and I'm heading home.
Speaking of the manufacturing, you're a business owner. I'm curious, we discussed this yesterday because, the president's remarks in Virginia that no one built their business on their own. Mr. Brunner, when did President Obama assume risk for the creation of your company?
That really drills down in terms of a mindset totally out of touch with small manufacturers, farmers, ranchers, everybody across this nation. I don't know where some of these career politicians come from or their background and perspective, but I know in our small manufacturing plant in Wellston, in fact, the roads were really in bad shape there, and people struggled to get to work. But, the whole issue is about entrepreneurs taking personal risk, working with their associates, employees, getting involved, being rewarded in the marketplace for the good ideas and the disincentive bad ideas. This is such a bad problem we have in Washington, D.C. It's unbelievable. In fact, what's just happened in the last 2 days, it seems like everyone's attacking business, everyone's attacking free enterprise, and this is really for the first time ever. Harry Reid now is launching attacks against me. I mean, Harry Reid.
Oh, I saw that.
Primary, and Claire McCaskill released an ad against me today. It's just,
his super PAC went after you. Yeah, his super PAC went after you.
Yeah, I mean, in a primary. And I tell you what they're really, really concerned of here is that Harry Reid knows that John Brunner is the only candidate that can defeat Obama's friend Claire McCaskill. And if they can get rid of me in the primary, then they're going to have a much easier time here in the general election. But I tell you, we're not pushing back. We're fighting every step of the way. And I tell you, now that Claire has an ad on, the career politicians, the left and the right, they're all coming on top. But,
Right.
I have looked in the eyes of thousands of Missourians across the state. They say, John, you've been there, you understand it, you can get the job done. And I tell you, my motivation is my experiences and all the talks and all the meetings and all the travels I've had across the state. I am very,
Right.
very enthused and very encouraged. We're going to win this primary, and we're going to go defeat Claire McCaskill.
Have you noticed too, and this is something I've been watching, especially in the past, watching the narrative from the Obama campaign and certain Democrats like Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, so on and so forth. Not only is this election it's about the future of the country in two ways to me. Of course, the American economy and individual liberty, but it also seems to me that we have a party in America that's trying to deconstruct the American psyche and essentially say that it is a bad thing to be ambitious, to build something that actually provides for other people and to be proud of that success. And that seems very dangerous to me. Do you get the sense that this has evolved into kind of like a two-pronged fight?
It really is. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that President Obama believes in that tearing down people and separating people into different classes and dividing people all across this country, that some way, somehow, that is going to be good for him and his reelection in this campaign. My whole life has been about building teams. It started as a young platoon commander in the Marine Corps, building a team, and then in the small business, building teams, building people up, taking care of folks. This is what we need in America today, and you're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. We need people here who want to build America and grow America, not tear it into pieces.
Exactly. I wanted to ask, kind of switch it up a little bit, and this is something that I've seen on a number of different conservative blogs and so on and so forth. Obviously, you know that Grassroots in St. Louis and in Missouri, they're not fans of Charlie Dooley. They're not. They battled with him when it came to the public transportation stuff, and it's been cited in several places. I think there's a couple of different blogs that cited this that you have before raised funds for Charlie Dooley. Is that true? Is that a true characterization? Is that a true claim? And if so, what's the relationship there?
No, first of all, I haven't raised funds for Charlie Dooley. I've made some donations to his campaign. Charlie Dooley is a friend of mine. He grew up in the Wellston area, in a tough area of St. Louis, and he understood what the issues are, especially with a lot of the minorities and keeping jobs going. And he's just been an old friend. That's all there is. And, I know the opposition would like to make a big thing of this as well. And, we don't agree on a lot of things here, but he did understand what it is like to be employed in Wellston in a tough economic area. And
Right.
we just became friends over the years. He hasn't done anything for me. I haven't asked him for anything. And he's just a person that I know is in there for the working folks, and I made a donation.
Right. Last quick question I have for you. I know you're busy with going around the state and with campaigning and all of that, and I appreciate your time. If when it comes to Obamacare, do you believe in ripping the whole thing out like some of these other like we have some senators and some congressmen on the Republican side? Do you believe in just throwing the whole thing out and starting reform from scratch, or do you think that there should be parts of it saved?
Sometimes things are so rotted to the core, so infested with termites.
Right.
The only way to do it is start it from the ground up. And this is absolutely critical because we need to engage freedom of choice, competition. I've seen that in my industry and all these industries. You get lower cost, better service, higher quality. This is what we need to do. And this is an area where I disagree with Charlie Dooley. I disagree with a lot of things with Charlie Dooley on these issues here. But we need to repeal the whole thing. And I tell you what, 71% of Missourians that way. I saw a poll here a few days, 82% now want this thing repealed. I just got out of a meeting with a restaurant owner. He has over 600 employees from a number of different establishments. He said this thing will crush his business. He just met with his insurance company. And this is a talk I had about 15 minutes ago. No, folks, the best thing is to repeal the whole thing, and let's build this the right way, the American way, and let's bring freedom and choice and eliminate these restrictions and government interference in this program here so that we can broaden the base of health care, so we can have truly affordable health care. I mean, it's named the wrong name. It's not affordable. $1 to $2 trillion. So, we can get it done with the right leadership, with people who've been in the private sector, with people who understand it, with people with the right motivation, and that's why I'm running for this office here in the U.S. Senate. And I hope folks will check my website and come in here and support, and we'll get this country turned around.
Well, we appreciate your time in talking the issues with us. John Brunner, Republican Senate primary candidate, preparing to get up there in the general and wanting to challenge Claire McCaskill in November. Thanks so much for your time, and I know we'll be talking to you again soon.
I always appreciate your enthusiasm, and thank you for the opportunity.
All right, take care. Thanks again.